Well, I'm back again, and I said I would be, didn't I? So I fished last weekend, Friday night and Saturday. To give you some perspective of that, it is today with my phone working. So it's the 24th of November today, and like I say, I fished the weekend, and I'm back again because it's 6.5 metre tide. So we're going to try a smaller tide and see what happens. So we're after a codling, and yeah, I've been here since just after 1. It's nearly 4 o'clock. The tide, there isn't a lot of movement on the tide actually. It didn't go out that far, so it must be quite a high low water. So could have been fishing as soon as I got here, but I ain't dragging it across the mud. So yeah, so I rocked up. I didn't have to clean the bay because it was meticulously clean. There was no fishing line, there was no tea bags, there was no wipes, paper, tissues, you name it, there was nothing. So I don't know what this bag is here. I must have dragged it along with my wheels, but yeah. So yeah, it's amazing that the bay is really clean. Apparently a load of lads from another part of the country came down there, and the security at Tronics, I believe, or the security that are on there that you see occasionally nowadays, had to clear a load of rubbish up, loads of bin bags. Can't remember whether it was 6 or 12, but there was a lot of bin bags, and they had fires in the bays and stuff all over, and 12 or 13 of them. So how true it is, I've been told it happened. So they're debating. We'll have to see what happens, won't we? Hopefully it'll just pass, because we're nearly through the mad bit. We're only got the rest of this month and December, and that'll all quieten down, so hopefully everything will be all right. I'm here fishing this bay. I need to get over the side and start fishing because the water is coming in, as you can see, and we've got a good bit of fishing down there. My rod's down there, I've done some baits, my rigs are set up, just got to get over there, connect up, put the rig on and send it out. So, and then when tide come in, I'll come back up top and then finish it. High tide today is at about 8 o'clock ish. It could be 8:15, but it's about 8ish. 6.5 metre tide. We're in bay 27. Yeah, that was a bit of a waffle, weren't it? But there, mind. Didn't have it in my head what I was going to do, and this is what happens when you're not. I am feeling it. We ain't having a video like Cowden. That's meant to be a clip that doesn't come undone, isn't it? That just says it all, doesn't it? Flipping Gemini. What do I think of Gemini clips? Well, you ask Mike that takes the tack what I think of Gemini. Well, that's answered that, hasn't it? Sorry, Alan. I shall do a proper cast up top. Let's see if I can do the punch pull though. Them bloody, them Gemini bait release clips. As soon as I touch that on the thing, if it catches that plunger, it pushes the plunger up and knocks it off, and it's not meant to do that. This is Pat's thermal, and it's so bloody hot, it's unbelievable. So anyhow, I'm sitting down, So tried to do the cast then, but it's really hard here because it's sloping, so the rod is at totally a different angle than what it would be if it's flat. I know we all have to cope with that, but I've got enough to learn, to be honest, without having to do that. But it goes all right. I don't know why that, it just, the Gemini bait release clips are brilliant. Probably out of 20 times I put one on the floor, whether it's on sand or on concrete, it'll release itself because it'll catch that plunger. So I've tied some Trident tackle ones. I'm going to try them, and breakaway imps, they're all right. Don't seem to have too much trouble with them, but I don't want to place it down. I want to swing it and put it down, so that I want to get myself into position for the cast. All this walking into the cast with the weight down, that's just something else to bloody take on board. I've been doing all my casting, but setting myself up, flicking the weight out to the side, taking the slack up on the line, and then doing the cast badly, but it goes a long way. So it's enough of that. I've done a cheeky chuck out there. I call it a cheeky chuck because Alan said to me, you cast like that all the time now, and sometimes I do a cheeky cast, which is a cheeky chuck. Cast as in chuck. Just explaining that for those that don't come from Norfolk. Yeah, we're in Bay 27. It's the 24th of November. It's chilly, fresh, but it's okay. I was going somewhere else this weekend. I'd got it planned. I tied my rigs, got everything sorted, loaded the van up ready for keep sleeping in, and I was going north. Now I ain't gone north because Friday it's 38-mile-an-hour winds, gusts to 38, and Saturday it is 58-mile-an-hour winds where I was going up north, and it's a 2.2 meter high wave, so it's just going to be horrendous. You won't be able to film. It'd be horrendous to fish. So I was coming here anyhow, but I was going to not come here and go fishing up north where I've recce'd, because I went up in October with the wife to recce this area out and go fishing there, and found 5 or 6 marks that I can fish, so I'm quite happy about that, and there must be some cod up there. So we'll wait for this storm to blow over, and then probably next weekend, which is, because this is Wednesday, that's 2 weekends time I'll go. It's about a week and a half. So this is the last tide really, in my opinion, on the Humber this week and next week, because it's now, all the tides are reducing, and then they'll pick up again and get big again. So hopefully I'll be able to fit my trip in. This hat is so warm, my head starts cooking. Yeah. And that's that. So tide's coming in, as you can see. So I was going to come here anyhow, and then I was humming an hour and thinking, well, there's no need to come here, is there, if I'm doing a trip, 2 trips over a weekend, sleeping in the van, and I was going to miss this out. But then when I saw the weather on Met Office, I thought I'll come here and not go fishing this weekend, simple as that. So that's what I'm doing, definitely here, because you can see me here. So I've got a single hook paternoster, or what I call a cod rig. It's just one snood clipped down on an SRT spring, and I've got 2 4-0 Aberdeen hooks on it, mustard ultra point. I've got a 1 up 1 down up there that I'm going to bring down and bait up, and then pray to God I get a codlin. There's got to be at least one in there. I keep getting sent pictures of codlin coming out of there and everywhere, and there's got to be one for me, ain't there? But if not, we'll catch whiting. I like catching whiting. Don't catch that many. I certainly didn't catch many last year, so we'll have some whiting to catch. Who cares? Yeah, we're here for codlin, but if I end up just catching whiting, flounder and rocklin and dabs, then so be it. I'm searching for them though. I am looking for them, but if they turn up, they turn up, don't they? If they don't, there's not a lot you can do about it, is there? Could keep going on all the time about it, but I'm not. It's one thing I'm not going to do. Yeah, so up top there I weren't really feeling it. I suppose it's because I'd just done 2 sessions, Friday night and a Saturday morning, with on my own and with Tom, and I'm back again there. What, 3 days late, 3 days later, 4 days later, I'm back again. So I'm going to end this little chat now. Oh, if you've got this far and you ain't turned off yet, fingers crossed, just consider subscribing and leaving a comment, thumbs up, because it all helps the channel, it all helps the algorithm. You know, it would be appreciated. It's all free, don't have to pay for it, it's not a subscription. You just click the button and that's it, you're subscribed. And if you have got this far, thank you for the view. And to all my subscribers that have been with me on the long haul, just over 2 years now, well, probably over 2 years by a month, thank you very much for all watching, subscribing, leaving comments, thumbs up. It's much appreciated, and it just adds another layer to my fishing, because I film. If I have a bad session fishing, I might moan and groan about it, but I've still filmed it, haven't I? So for those that can't get out, there's something for you to watch, isn't there? And for those that like watching fishing, not catching, fishing, you can watch it, can't you? So slice of cake and a cup of tea, it just gives you something to do, doesn't it? So I'm going to watch this rod like a hawk. Whilst I do that, rig up there, bring it down, and I'll be back in a bit. Right, before I got here, can I see? Yeah. Before I got here, I was going to get here even earlier, but I couldn't find my spare van key. And I always like to leave the house knowing that I've got one van key in my pocket and the other one's in the drawer. And I couldn't find it, and I spent 3/4 of an hour looking for it, and I just couldn't find it. So I've had that whirring around in my head, thinking, where's my key, because they ain't a cheap thing to replace, are they? Let's be honest. And then the wife, I've just put to the wife, and she's texted me, which I didn't read because I didn't know she'd ringing me, and she said to me, the van key, you've lost it then? And I went, yeah, I've lost it. And she says, the van key that you gave me on Monday and I put in my handbag, and she never gave me it back. So I was tear-assing around today on the basis that I thought I'd lost the van key. Yet I gave it to the wife, and I must have had a second van key on me that day, because I just got in the van, started it up and drove off. But she never gave me the van key back. So I was worrying, I've been worrying right up until now, and it's nearly dark. It's nearly time to put the lights on. And yeah, I hate to say it, but it weren't my fault I lost the van key, is it? It was the wife's fault. So, but that don't matter. Let's not get down with all of that sort of stuff, yeah, just because it was her fault. We know where it is now, so that it's not lost anymore. So yeah, I can now relax. Such a weight off my mind, because it was worrying, absolutely worrying. I have to drive slow, that chap. He always drives down there that slow, makes a change to the people driving at 200 mile an hour. So yeah, so brilliant. I got my van key. Ain't gonna cost me 100 and extra, and even more probably to get a new one, and the fob. I'll see you in a bit. Right, I've had a good bite on this. 3 times I've had a bite that's gone bang like that. Now I'm going to reel it in. I'm going to reel it in and see what's on it. I don't really want to. I want it to be bang like this all the time, so I know it's definitely on there. Now I've got a big bait on. I've got a big bait on there for cod, and probably should have put a small bait on. Could just be the fish biting at the bait, couldn't it? And not even touching the hook as they do. But it's been out a while, it's the first cast, I'm going to reel it in. I don't believe this. I've done it again. Oh, it's got... How can that happen? Well, we've got ourselves a whiting. There you go. First cast. Can you believe it? First cast. But the thing is, it was all caught up round the tail. So it had the bait in its mouth and caught up with the line round its tail. But it's caught. Let's get it back. One last shout. Need to get it back. You can see the line round the fish, look. So I'll get that back now. Well, what do I always say? All these people that catch on first cast, and it's never me. Well, I think we did it in the last session, me and Tom. We both caught on the first cast, and I've done it in this one. And yes, it was a whiting. And I'm right chuffed, touched. It's touched me right here, that has. So yeah, we're off to a blinder. Still haven't blanked. So all those blanks I had from August, I don't know, 22nd, all the way through till Cowden, whatever date that was, and all the videos up to this one I've caught. So that long blank and run that I had, which was demoralising, has subsided and has gone, and thank God for the whiting, that's all I'll say. Yeah, I can't believe that. It had the bait in the mouth, it didn't want to let go. I think the bait was so big that it got hooked up on its teeth. But then the tail of the fish was caught around the line. And it had marks on the fish where it was wrapped round. So it's amazing. That's 2 whiting I've had done that now. Caught up on the line round its tail. Bay 27th. 7th. Bay 27, that's the 24th of November. First cast. And I've caught a whiting, so it's brilliant. That's the trip done for me now. I've caught a fish, because I'm not a specimen hunter. Even if I could catch a specimen, I ain't bothered about catching loads of cod. I want to catch codling, because it's something else to catch into it. I was checking that whiting for a beard, but it didn't have one. I don't even look at the fins. I just try to see if it's got the beard, because if I don't look at the fins, there's still a chance. So I'll get this rig tarted up, get some more bait on it, and get it hung on air ready, and just carry on fishing. It's great. I've caught fish. It's not a blank, and that's the main thing. It's just having fish, so that there's that content of fish for people that just don't want to listen to me rabble on about diddly squat. But there you go. I'm chuffed about that. We had a great fishing session on Saturday. I woke up in the van at 2:30. Tom phoned me at 2:40, and then Tom was there at 3, and I had the rods out, tripods out ready, putting the reels on, and we fished. And the next minute it was 5:20, I think, and it was like, where's them 2.5 hours gone? Where's that happened? Where's that gone? And then all of a sudden it was 7:20. It happened again. We were like, Jesus, we must have been enjoying ourselves that much, and we were catching the odd fish as well. So but yeah, sorry I weren't dancing or anything then, but after catching as many fish as I have just lately, it's like, well, what's new about it? That's why I was hoping it was codling. No, it's not like that. I don't know why people moan about catching whiting. They should be bloody grateful they're in the water, really, to be honest. Apparently they're good for eating. I wouldn't know, because they've always been boiled up in our house for the cats. But I've got some in the freezer. I'm going to have a go at some fish cakes or whatever, and see how that go. If not, cats will get them. So yeah, I can't see the problem in them. They aren't here forever, are they? They're only here for so long, and then they're gone. And then everybody will be moaning, saying, well, there's nothing about. We're in that dodgy time before the summer fish come in. And it's like, it's never ending, isn't it? So no, I don't care what I catch. I'd be quite happy to catch rockling all tonight, because I quite like rockling. Tom had a rockling last Saturday, and that was a new species for Tom. He didn't have a clue what it was, but he don't like the feel of them. I like the feel of them, but Tom don't. They're all slimy, he said. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a bit when more fish show. Right, I've had a knock on this rod. Come on, my boy, what are you? What is it? What is it? What is it? That's a whiting. I've got another whiting. Don't fall. Oh, what'd you do that for again? Bloody numpty. I was then going to take you off gently. Well, it's a flickerer. Right, let's show you. Got another lovely whiting. Saw the bite. Let's get that back. Let's just check it's recording. Yep. One little whiting. Let's get her back. I'm using bigger baits because obviously I want to catch a codling, and everyone keeps saying bigger baits, bigger bait. I've been doing small, really nice, neat baits. You can catch a codling on small bait. I had a slice of prawn and I caught that 60cm codling before. So it don't matter, but you listen to people, don't you? You start thinking, right, I've got to put a big bait on. But these whiting, both these whiting have had the bait in their mouth and then they can't get it off, can they? But then obviously when their hair flicking around with the weight of the fish, it's like using a disgorger. Obviously their teeth come unhooked on the bait and they fall out. So I'm using 4-0 hooks, which they aren't like a 4-0 manta. They're like half the size. They're like well, they're like a 2-0 Sakuma manta. That's what they're like. Because every manufacturer's different sizes. They'll say it's a 4-0 and that one's a 4-0, but they're totally different. But hey, we've got 2 fish, 2 casts, 2 fish, 2 whiting, and I love whiting. When you've had fishing sessions like mine, where you've blanked and you put in so much effort, mileage, climbing, risking your neck, yeah, well, let's be honest, you might get a sprained ankle where I've been, which would be painful going back. By the time I got back, I'd be moaning, wouldn't I? But you put all that effort in, and you get dragged into this and dragged into that rubbish, and just to catch a couple of whiting is fantastic. I think they're brilliant fish. They should be called whiting because that's what they're named, but you know, that's another matter. But 2 whiting, 2 casts, I don't expect it to carry on. Flounder would be nice. Another whiting would be nice. They might start getting bigger. We've had quite a lot of big whiting as well, mixed in with the smaller ones, so it's been good. So that's on. I've changed that. No, I haven't. Let's get that up there. I'm gonna do some Allen cast, some off-ground casts when I get up in the bay. Get myself organised, get the lights out, and see how I feel. If I don't, I just want a fishing session that's gonna go right. I'm looking forward. I was gonna, if I fished there and didn't fish where I was gonna go up north, which I aren't now because the weather is atrocious. I was gonna go casting on the beach, but I don't even think I can do that either. So it's more practicing. I'm still practicing. Right. This tide's taking a long while to come in. It says 6.5 metre in my book, but I always thought this was Immingham. I know it's Stallingborough, but Immingham is just past the Humber Port terminal, and at Immingham it's a 6.7. The Sam that I spoke to the other week said to me you have to take 200mm off. So today's a 6.5. No, it's a 6.5, so it'll be a 6.3, won't it? So that is a low water tide. I don't think I've ever fished a 6.3. So whether it's 6.3 or 6.5, I'll still call it 6.5, but I've got to take 200 off. But that's immaterial as long as I can get up in the bay and fish. But I would say I'd be able to fish down there all night, but I don't want to. I want all my lights on. That's the whole idea of coming to the river, so I can have my hotel door open. Where's that come from? I had a bite on that. Ah. Well, at least it was fishing. That was bouncing. I would swear that was a bite. It weren't like a knock like you get with weed, but obviously it was. What do I know? Well, we can't cast out too far there. Not if we've got weed. Right, that's got fresh bait on. Tide's just reaching the top now, so what'll happen is I can fill my bucket up. Once it comes up and it's over this seaweed, I'll be able to go up top and fish. So I'll cast out down there, and then what I'll do is I shall just go up and set the other rod up, chuck out, and leave that out, and then by the time something happens I'll be able to reel it in. There's a bit more pull on there now. Right, we don't need to be out far. Right, that's that fishing. I'm going to put a new bait on that now. Right, I'm going to fill my bucket up. I don't know if you'll be able to see me, to be honest. Oh, I love me bucket of water. Put a new bit of bait on and we'll see what happens. So I'll be back in a short while. I'll not be too long. And we'll must set me drag. But at least the rod can't fall over now I've got my bucket on, so that's a good thing. I'll get this done and I'll see you in a minute. Well, I just reeled that in. I've caught another little pin white, and look. I started the camera up and then I forgot to turn it on. But yeah, I actually hooked that one. So yeah, boom. I started the camera, didn't turn the light on. Then I didn't press record. And then when I pressed record, the battery ran out. But I'm sure it said 19% on that battery. But with my eyes, it could have been a lot less than that. But yeah, I started the camera up, reeled in the fish, and I had a little tiny pin whiting on. You've just seen the pin whiting, but obviously it ended abruptly. So it's just, I've returned it and it's gone back perfectly all right. It was a right little wriggler. You tend to find that whiting that wriggle about and flick around a lot have got lots of go in them, and they tend to go back okay. The ones that are a bit limp, they're for fish cakes. Hammer these baits, don't they? Right, well, that bait was done and it's only been out 2 minutes. That cast went out very long at all, so what I'm gonna do is get out and chuck that again. Because these fish are about, the tide is coming in now. Tide is coming in, and I ain't chucking out far because there's a bit of weed. Right, I shall watch that. Oh, I've got, what did I do? I've done that bait there, haven't I? I could have swapped rigs. I just wanted to get back out again. That's free whiting now. And yeah, I know, I'll probably show all of them. And that's because I don't catch many fish. And any fish is a good fish. So, getting smaller though, that's the thing. But even that was a huge bite. I thought to myself, Christ almighty. Little tiny whiting like that. So, I'll turn this off. I'm going to monitor this water, and then what I'll do is I'll start edging up to go up to the top. I don't know. We're at the front of the cedar fence now, so another 20 minutes I could get up there and turn all my van on and get that rod set up and cast it out, can't I? So I've got another rod out. Could fish down there all night. If I was not filming, I probably would just stay down there. But it's better up in the van, isn't it? Because I ain't had my tea yet, and I've got sausages for my tea and some brown baps. Because I've got to have brown bread because I've got high cholesterol. And yeah, I shouldn't be having the sausages, but they are very lean, very low in fat. They're them German ones. And my missus always says, what are you buying that crap for? But if you look at it, it's not that bad. So yeah, I've got them, and that's my treat for when I'm fishing. And then the rest of the time we're eating jack potatoes and vegetables. I've got to eat stuff that's going to get my cholesterol down, but it takes a time. It takes 3 months to start making any signs on that. And the problem is, Christmas is coming. I haven't had a lager still. I could have off the other night and last night, but I didn't. I made myself a cup of tea and then I was sorted. But we've found that you can buy cinnamon chews again now. That you couldn't buy them for about a year, if not longer. And suddenly the wife has found a 3 kilogram bottle of cinnamon chews, and I've just got to buy them. I've just got to buy them and say sorry to the doctor, I think. You got to die sometime, ain't you? But I am being good. But if I start eating cinnamon chews, I can't stop. I'm walking around with my mouth on fire and I can't talk. But I've just got to stop doing that. I've just got to have 4 or 5. So I'll have a cup of tea and 4 or 5 sweets. Like that's going to happen. Right, first cast up there. I don't know where that one is. That's quite way. So what I might do, if I'm just doing a red throw, chuck, I might get in the position that I am for the last part of the punch pull of the cast, and I might get in that position and do the punch pull, because that might embed into me the feeling that I need to feel, because I'm still struggling with that bit, but I am practicing all the time. I didn't yesterday was a bad day for me. No, was it? No, Monday I didn't. That was a bad day. Right, I'm going to bring some more stuff up. So I've just got my rod and rod rest over there in the bucket, and it's a lot harder without my Tom. When you got Tom and Shane, which you've seen in a few videos back, and Shane lost his footage for this for the trip, wiped the bloody card. I don't know. I could say pillock, but that'd be rude. Anyhow, it's a lot easier when you got someone else passing stuff over. It's done so quickly, and I don't have to keep climbing over. But I'll just go get all the gear, and then I'm up there. Then we're gonna eat bit of olive oil, and this is garlic olive oil, you know, only the best. Get the 2 bangers in there, turn the heat down a touch. What do you think to my new lighter? Oh, it glows red, look. It's on fire. I like these sort of lighters. This isn't what I wanted. I wanted another one like I had before. But they're fantastic for lighting your hand warmers. If you get a Zippo hand warmer, these are so intense, they heat it up. And the fumes from the lighter fluid light, and it's fantastic. So I've always got one of these, and I bought a second one, and I had to get this one, which quite happy with really, but it didn't work when I got it. I had to adjust the control, but it's just a cigar lighter. Right, mate. Right. He's a rum lad, that Dave White. Any Shane? Take the mickey out that you ain't caught any fish, and I know you have. You've caught whiting and well, you didn't catch the cod, did you? Because you dropped it. Right. Everything's in my way. These hooks are too high, I've realised that. Right, mustard, ketchup. I don't know if I've got a fish on there, I could have, but it's now food time. Look at them. Ooh. Compliments to the shed. Oh, I can't wait to eat them. I think these are cooked before they get put in the thing, aren't they? Look at that. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, that was my old mate Dave White. I would say old mate. I think I've been talking to him for quite a while now. He's a lovely bloke. And yeah, he's always giving me fishing lessons because like I don't catch anything. But he's just brought me a pack of carp. Unbelievable. It was so kind of him to do that. I've been getting through quite a bit of that carp I've got from Mount Tong through Shane, because I'm using that up first to get rid of it. And he's just brought me some bloody lovely carp. So I shall get that sorted out and put in the freezer. And yeah, I'm going to have carp for all this winter now. And for the summer. Use it with the for the smooth hounds, hopefully get a smooth hound this year. Isn't it nice when people come down and you meet up with them and talk to them, and they're really friendly and nice. It's a welcoming sight, and it's very pleasurable. Dave just told me also that the people that were in Bay 28 and on the corner have gone. Well, the bloke on the corner would have gone because he probably would have kept on snagging up. But the chap that was fishing in Bay 28, he's gone. So I don't know whether he's gone further down there to fish or what, but not a huge tide tonight. Very calm. That was a close thing, that, weren't it? I think I can sense that my sausages are burning. Again, Dave, thank you very much for the cart, and thank you very much for the weights. Did I tell you, a good place to buy weights from is Case to Tackle. Now, if you buy weights from Case to Tackle, you can also have a chat with Mike and make sure you get the right ones that you want. He also does jig molds and everything else. You name it, that man sells everything apart from rods and reels. So go along to him and check him out. He's got a website, it's called Case to Tackle, based in Lincolnshire. See if there's anything you like there. I'm not sponsored by him. Just a chap I got talking to, and he's very nice. Right, now I think these are getting nearly done. Let me just check my fishing rod. I think these are cooked already. I love it when these sausages, look at this, see how these sausages there split open? I mean, that one looks a bit rude, doesn't it? But my missus would say it's about as long as that. I'd be happy with that. Right, I'll turn them off because they are cooked. And the next thing you do, get the sausage, put one in, put sugar. See how I nearly swore then but didn't? That's because I'm a better man. I can rise above the occasion. Right, we'll put that like that and that'll keep that in there. Now what we do is now, give that a shake. Mustard. And just a little bit of ketchup because it's got sugar in it. Don't overdo it on that. And there you have one sausage butty. And compliments to the chef, I think. Compliments to the chef. Absolutely scrummy. Now I'm not going to film me eating, but I am going to eat these and then I'm going to get on with some hard fishing. So I'll see you in a minute when I've had this one and the other one, had a coffee, and then I'm going to reel my lines in. So thank you for watching me cook my tea, and this is my tea because this is good for lowering your cholesterol, because there's not much fat in that. See you in a bit. Oh, the weight's dropped down. The whiting. Ketchup on me. Well, it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah. It's not far from this top. Here we go. Another whiting. Yes, I know it's another whiting, but I ain't bothered. I'm chuffed to bits. It's a beautiful whiting. Let's get it back. Weed out there. That was out further than I thought. That I'm trying to do, if I do a cheeky chuck, I'm trying to do the punch pull. And I was reeling that in and my arm started to ache, so I knew it was out further than normal. Right, let's get this casted out. Where am I going to cast? Need to frame the shot really, don't we? What a load of rubbish, Vernon. Right, I'll do it over there. That sort of position into it. So it's like that. So it's punch pull into it. Yeah, that was alright. That flick, that going through the rings you heard go ping, that was the bit of weed. That's what that was. And get it off when I bring it back in. Oh, I've got ketchup all over the floor. This is the stuff that I bought. That pack ain't too bad, but the other pack I was using at the weekend was all emulsified. It was not good. That's gone. I'll chuck that out. Look at this. Look at that cart. Look at the bundle of that. Unbelievable. Look at it. Just look at it. It's like, well, I wouldn't like to say what it was like because it would be banned. Thank you very much, Dave. That's unbelievable. There's oh, and He knows I'm on a diet as well. Yeah, well, they're in there, I'll tell you. 5-ounce leads. They'll go in my box. Me and Tom will be able to use them. God, Jesus, wet. They don't come out. I'm going to have to break the box, and that could come in so handy, that. But anyhow, thank you, Dave. Thank you for the weights. Thank you for the car. It's much appreciated. Nobody does anything like that for me. That's touched me. Touched me here. Now then, we're on the whiting. We're hunting for codling. There's got to be some codling out. Well, I know there's codling out there because everyone keeps telling me about catching them. So I know they're out there. Well, these certainly grip, I'll tell you. There you come. Well, they're like the ones I get from Case to Tackle. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. It's much appreciated. Like little satellites. So well, we're going to keep an eye on these rods. It's been an absolutely fantastic night. It's not ideal conditions apparently for cod, but I like it when it's flat like this. I've caught my biggest cod in water like this, so I think it's all right. It's always a chance, you know, if that fish is hungry and it's fishing, swimming about, it's going to be on my hook, innit? If it's up this end of the river. But if I don't catch a codling, I'm still pulling the odd whiting in, and now I've put smaller hooks on, might be able to get a flounder or something. That's what it's all about, isn't it? You don't want to fish one after the other because it becomes too frantic and too much hard work. You just want a fish every now and then, don't you? Just to keep your interest. Oh, did you see that? Better check this if you're on the rods. I can't see the bloody rods. Them sausages are laid heavy on my belly. I'm not used to eating as much food as that. Thanks, Dave. There's 7 weights in there. Much appreciated. And it was nice seeing you and your good lady. So, yeah, wish you all the well. Now, I think I might have a bite on there. Boy, you got to remember that. Put it there, codling. Oh, we've got some. What is it? What is it? What is it? Definitely a fish. Oh, it's got some goo in it. It's a bloody good sized whiting, that's what that is. Isn't it great? Right in the gizzard. I want to just put this rig out. What's that? Is that 5 now? Right, well, it's a wriggler. Look, here we go. I've got another one. Another whiting. Yeah, and I am going to show you every whiting I catch because they deserve to be shown, because they're there for our enjoyment. Look at that. Absolute booty. I'm chuffed to bits. I'm actually catching. That's why. And I'm going to put it back because it's full of life. Right now then, before anybody says out, if you keep hearing squeaking noises, it's not my backside, it's me boots. Me socks keep rubbing on the inside lining, and I know it'll put a hole in it eventually, but I can't do it. The left one's going now. It was just the right one. It was like but now it's like so it's me boots. So oh, I don't know, how many whiting is that now? 3, 4, 5? I think it's 5. But it don't matter. Because I'm not going to plaster on the front of the video 69,000 whiting caught, 16 flounder and 4 rottling. Because we aren't a dramatic channel. But I think I've caught 5 and I'm chuffed to bits. It makes a change to not catching anything. The last few sessions I've had a flounder and some dabs, so there's still an opportunity to get them, and there's always a chance to catch that codlin, isn't there? Time now is, quick sit rep, 7:41. High tide is at 8 something, so we're getting there. We are getting there, unless this is now changing tide, because I can hear this water, but we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'll check the book. It is after 8. So I'm now going to bait these rigs up, get some good bait on there, lug, and I've got a wrapper of lugs. I want to get them used up, because what I tend to do is use bits of all sorts of baits and then take the bait and use it again and it's going off. So let's try and get them used. Failing that, Tom can use them on Friday. But yeah, it's been a good night. It's been a good night. It's been nice to come out. I ain't going to be able to get out the weekend because of the weather. I might go for a drive to the coast to have a look at these big waves. It might be quite good to see. But I've actually seen some bites as well, so I'll be back in a bit. that's a good sized white and that. That's what was making that rattle. What's the size of that bugger? Perfectly hooked. One at the end of the road. Ow. Please let that be alright. Oh, he's an upside downer. As soon as they get badly hooked in their mouth, well, you can only do what you can do. He's upright now. Now he's flicking about. Might be alright, let's see what he's like. Anyhow, we caught another whiting. Is that 6 now? I should remember really. So many other things going through my mind all the time. You see, what you do is you think, oh, we caught X amount of fish, and then I'll start thinking about this, that and the other. And I just forget. Other people can remember, can't they? Any higher and I'd have pulled a muscle, I think. Right, now this is literally going just over the rocks. That went too bloody far. Shitting assholes. I wanted that just to go over where them rocks are, where you see me. Because round there, I reckon the fish patrol up there, you know. And if you can get one out in the right position, I think any fish that are patrolling there, you'll get them. Sometimes you can chuck out too far here. And I thought I'd just give that a little tiny, but it went too far. I saw it splash. Right, I'm going to bait that rig up, get it hung on there, change the battery in this camera, and I'll then bring you back and show you the fish. But at the minute he's recovering in that bucket, but I don't know if it's going too well for him. So if it don't, it'll be fish cakes. There you go. Probably the biggest one of the night. He's now upright in the bucket. I think there's more oxygen in the sea than the bucket, so I'm going to let him go. His gills are nice and red. Little Chuck will get some oxygen in him. So yeah, I think that's number 6. Right, that torch, yeah, 6 whiting, that's a big whiting. When I chucked him in, you could see him on top of the surface, and then he went down. And yeah, if they don't go back, they normally end up floating. So but there's quite a bit of tide run there now, and obviously that puts more oxygen in his gills. But I checked his gills, you can tell if they're going to die because the gills aren't red, they just go brown, and then obviously they're dead. So because they're not pumping any blood in there, are they? But if you get a white and hook quite bad in the fruit like that was, they're normally not a good one to go back. But I've been quite lucky up tonight. That's the first one that's been badly hooked, but I got it out fairly quick, and it did up itself in the bucket. So quid's in tonight really. Had a good session, 6 fish, 6 whiting. Can't want more than that. Nice to catch. They're a pretty fish. Obviously the bigger they are, the more robust they are, I suppose. But you can get small ones that are flicking about and like want to take you on, you know, and they go back perfectly alright. But you do get some that up themselves, and you should just keep them for fish cakes. Leave them in your bucket. If they're going to die, they'll die in the bucket. So I've done some squid and carp wraps. I've got squid and carp wrap on the 2-hook flapper. We've got a single cod rig out there as well, and one baited up waiting to go. So yeah, it's been a good night. I've really enjoyed it. It's lovely weather. It's not cold. Yes, I'm dressed for it, but it's not that cold. This bloody hat is lovely and roasty. Really is good. One day when I get some merchandise, I might actually get these hats, turn them round so this bloody finsulate is at the back, and then stick my badge on the front. But that's when I get there. Be nice when I do get there, like, because that might help pay for some fuel, because it does cost a lot of money traveling around the country. Because I'm not like some people, I do actually have to travel. I know it's only an hour, but you know, an hour's a long time to travel to here. It's an hour and a half to go over there, sometimes an hour and 3/4 to go over onto the lower part of the Holderness coast. It's an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to go to the Lincolnshire coast for me, you know. So you're talking a 3-hour round trip on top of the fishing. So it's always a long trip for me, and that's what the price you pay for living inland. Now if I lived on the coast, yeah, it'd be a lot easier for me, wouldn't it? But you know, I moved away from the coast. How fucking stupid was that? Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot. Whoever helped me move, thanks a lot. Slowed down a bit. It was a little bit quicker as the tide was coming in. I reckon if I was to jump over the side and fish for like 3 hours, 4 hours after high, I'd probably still catch fish, but got work in the morning and I can't wait to get home for a cup of tea and sit down and watch some videos on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Danny Shore Fishing. He's had some work done on him. You might not recognise him when you see him next, but he's had some work done on him, and he's chomping at the bit to go out and go fishing, but he's in a bit of pain, so he'll be out. When he does put another video out, go watch it, please subscribe, and yeah, watch his other videos because they're fairly good. Check out the Oldness Codfather. I've got a bite on that end rod. Check out the Oldness Codfather and Scott, my mate. Check out Levo's Angling, Fishing Angling, or whatever it is, Angling Adventures. And who else is there on this coast? There's Verns Sea Fishing. Yeah, check me out. Don't forget to subscribe to me, because like, you need to subscribe to me to help me out, just for my mental health. So check me out, subscribe. There's Danny down south. Make sure you check Danny out because he's me mate, along with Shane and Scott. But there's Oldness Codfather in there, and then there's Scott, hardcore fisherman, and then there's Jimmy. Yeah, go check Jimmy out. That's Cod Bites. I can't remember what's after that, but he's called Cod Bites. If you put Cod Bites Fishing in, you'll get him. He's only just started. Go check him out. He's finding his feet. He'll get there. He's putting out videos with fishing content in, so if you like that sort of stuff, which is what you're watching with all the fishing videos, yeah, give him a chance. Go check him out and subscribe. He's only just started up. Don't forget to check out Somerset Beach Fishing too. God, this goes on forever, doesn't it? I think we'll end it there with Somerset Beach Fishing Tony, because he's watched me for ages and I've watched. I think I started watching Tony when he had like 30 subscribers or something like that. And yeah, I always liked Tony. And yeah, we have a chin wag. He sent me some rigs as well. I've still got a couple that I've got to use yet. I've got a bite on that end rod, haven't I? I haven't done a shout out to fishing channels for a few videos now, because if you keep shouting out every video, it just gets a bit much, doesn't it, and people get fed up. And you can shout out too many in one video as well, I think. You just got to do it occasionally and at the right time, haven't you? That's the thing. And this is probably too far in the video anyhow, because a lot of people would have turned off. Apart from me ardent fans, you know, the main veins. I think I'm at 3,000 before this video, because this is Wednesday. It's Verns Day, and which is Wednesday, and it's I checked before. I had 3,073 subscribers. So yeah. A big thanks to all you that have subscribed to my channel and comment. I've said this earlier in the video, but for anyone that's tuned in now and has fast forward to here, I'll get it in now, can't I? And congratulations, Levo, on that cod. Yeah. That's your second one this year though, isn't it, I think? I'm sure it is. Oh, but it's so much go on. Like, it's always busy, isn't it? You're always answering comments and stuff, because I like to answer all comments, you see. So from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's quite busy, and then it slows down a bit. But yeah, I watched your video last night, Levo, and finished watching it this morning with breakfast after work. And yeah, you caught your cod. You're moaning a bit about them whiting, but hey mate, if you weren't catching whiting, you'd be moaning that you weren't catching. So it was a good video, mate, and you certainly caught some fish. And that chap beside you, I can't remember what his name was, he certainly caught some codling, didn't he? So but at least you got a codling at Immingham. It's a lovely place to fish as well. But don't show everybody where the marks are, mate. Yeah, I bought a head torch, lighthouse head torch, and it's ever so good, but it just don't seem to charge up properly from the charger they give. So I bought a charger and 2 spare batteries. They're the 18650s, and I've got to wait for the bloody batteries. They're coming in December of all times, because I didn't realise they were coming direct from China. I thought on Amazon, I didn't check. That's my problem. So yeah, I bought 2 spare batteries and I bought a proper charger. And the light has lasted longer tonight, but it don't last the length of time that they recommend. So I bought it as a spare head torch, but it is quite impressive when it's fully charged. And if you've got plenty of 18650 batteries, you just take them out and put 2 more charged up, and it runs again. So it's good like that you can take the batteries out and put more in. It is a good torch. It does go a long way. It has got a focusable light as well. But then I go on to my Phoenix, which is a far better torch, really. And that's focusable, look. But yeah, we're always buying head torches and stuff like that, aren't we? I should probably buy another head torch. I should probably get the latest Phoenix one, because it's better than that 65R one they did. Because this was better than the 65R, and this is the 40 Summit HL or whatever. Anyhow, I'm going to turn this off now, because we've got a bit more of the water to fish, and we're going to get more fish. It's going to be more whiting. And if I reel that rod in, I'll bring you back. Oh, look at that! We've got a double whammy! Well, we caught a different species. Caught 2 dabs. Now, really I should be putting out a flapper, but I've put that flapper away because obviously I've got this cod rig out, so I want a cod. So I could put another flapper out with smaller hooks and pull in some more dabs, and then I'd have even more fish, wouldn't I? But ain't about that is that I'm here trying to find a codling. The other fish are just an absolute bonus. It's been brilliant. So I'm going to get this chucked out quick. Here. One dab. Breathing. Lovely red gills. Let's get him returned. Oh, it's cold, that water. There's the second one. Look at him. Got black splotches, look. Check it's recording. Yeah. So there we go. Perfect miniature, look. Let's get him back. So I think that's 6 white and then 2 dabs. The bigger of the dabs was very hard to unhook, but he's sorted out. I've got him unhooked. Gone back, they're all breathing, got red gills. My hands are cold. Yeah, and I've got 2 cod rigs out now. I don't think there's any cod about tonight. I think they've had a day off. There's a big blow coming this weekend, as I've mentioned before, and I would say that next week, when it's all gone away and it's calmed down, I expect there might be few fish about. But will I be able to come? Yeah, of course I'll be able to come. Will I want to come? Well, that's yet to be seen, isn't it? So you keep putting all these trips in, don't you, to try and catch a codling. It's just nice to catch anything, but every time you leave and you ain't got that cod, and there's always that little bit of, oh, I ain't got one. You know, I ain't bothered how big it is, as long as I just get one. But there, I'll leave these out for as long as I can. Probably should have put out some flappers. What I have learnt tonight with the dabs, because it's now been 2 dabs I've struggled getting the hook out, because they do swallow them down deep, you see, and that is, I'm going to get some smaller hooks, because then they'll flick out through the gill easier. So yeah, I'm going to tie some flappers, because you can catch on a, I've got some size 4 hooks. I'll use size 4 hooks, match Aberdeen hooks they are. And that's what I've done. So I've learnt something tonight, so yet again I'll be tying some more rigs, because I now got a rough idea where to cast it to hit them dabs, and I'll just keep catching dabs. I ain't bothered. Lovely fish to catch. Right, let's get this reeled in. We're getting close to the bottom of the tide. If I leave it much longer, I might have to just go down to the over the wall, and I don't really want to. Oh, look at that! There we go, a flounder. Oh, do you know what? I should probably stay here and just keep fishing, but it means just moving everything, locking the van up. My lights run out, I need to get another battery in it. Them batteries used to last a lot longer. Do you know, if it was daylight, I probably would. I'd probably say to myself, you're gonna go over. But because it's night time and I've got work tomorrow, the time is now 20 past 10, so it's 2 hours past high water. Everybody's gone apart from me, because that battery light seemed to last longer during the summer, because summertime it's dark at 10:30 and it's light again at 4:30, isn't it? It's now 10:30, and from 4 o'clock that's been on. Makes you want to put out another rig, doesn't it? And stick another one out. There you go. One flounder. Or is that a big dab? Do you know what? That's a big dab. Look at that. That's an eater. That's a big dab. We'll measure that. We'll measure that. That is curling up like a bloody... Go on, late now, little sod. It's curling up like a bloody soul. Come on, just relax. That is 29 centimetres, and that's a dab. Look at that. Is that recording? No. Right, I don't think that was recording then, but it is now. This is a right wriggler. Look, it's like a bloody sewell, but that's a dab. 29 centimetres that. I reckon that's an eater, but I ain't gonna eat it. She's going back. She's gonna make some more babies because she must be good breeding stock. So a 29 centimetre dab, I'm chuffed with that. I reckon that must be my biggest. Is it recording? Yep. There you go. One last shout. There's my hand. That's a good dab, that is. Right, I'm gonna put her back. Right, we're going to pull this next one in now. So that's 6 whiting, 3 dabs. Right, we've got nothing on that, thank God. Right, so what is the measurement of a dab? Because it isn't a measurement to keep the fish sustainable, is it? It's just a measurement for the fisherman to take. So a dab is 20 centimetres. Mine was 29 centimetres. That's there from thumb to thumb. That's the size they should be, that you can take them. That was 29, so that was a good sized dab. Right chuffed, right chuffed. To go from the little tiny one, which was perfect in miniature, to that one was brilliant. But dab get bigger than that. If you go watch TA fishing, when he goes to Ireland with his lad, they caught dabs the size of dinner plates. They were like plates. Unbelievable how big a dab gets. So we're just overfishing, and these 20 centimetres, that's so that they can actually take some dabs and sell them to market. They shouldn't be doing that. They should be made bigger. So there's a shortage of dabs for a bit, but then when the dabs are then caught and you can keep them, they're a bloody good size. You just got to take the hit. But there you go. That weren't even a rant, you know. That was just my opinion. And that's my opinion, you know. That's what I think. Right, so today has been fantastic. This is the end. If I want to carry on fishing, I need to go over the side and fish the water down, and I could probably fish for another hour and a half, 2 hours. It's been absolutely fantastic. The moon is out, it's half of it left, and it's just been great. It's been great weather. It's not been cold, it's been warm as long as you're dressed for it. And that don't make sense, but you know what I mean. It's just been a great day. I've caught fish yet again. 6 whiting and 3 dabs. It's a pleasure to catch fish and to actually call the fish what they actually are and give them the respect that is due. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. Was looking forward to going out this weekend, but that ain't gonna happen now. So yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm going to wrap this up now. If you liked all this and you want to see more, there will be another one on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. All my videos go out on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, unless I do a live. Always stick one up on a Friday or a Saturday, but there should be a notification because we won't cock that up again. So it's been great being there. I'm going to let this car go because I don't know if he's going to stop. I answered that question. So yeah, this is the end today. I've said I've enjoyed it. It's been marvellous, and let's hope they don't shut this fishing venue down by shutting the gate. I don't think they'll put great big concrete blocks at the start of the drive, because then they won't be able to get to the pumping station to do maintenance on it. But let's keep it clean, and we'll keep using it, won't we? And that's everybody, please keep it clean. Thank you for watching this. I'm rambling on too much, and the next time you see me, I don't know where it'll be. It could be on a beach, it could be here at the river, but you will see me again. I will be fishing, and I will be trying to improve my fishing each time. So thanks for watching. Please tune in next Wednesday at 7 PM, and have a good one. Make sure you have a nice week and make the most of your weekend, because that's what life's about, making the most of your free time. So I'll see you in the next one, and it'll be on the beach or at the river. See you later. Can someone come down here now and give me a hand to tidy all this away? Because I just want to sit in the van now and relax. See you later. Oh, I love me bucket of water.